Hello everyone and welcome to another tips and tricks video from Switch. My name is Ken and for this video we're going to cover a very special ability and feature inside your iOS device called accessibility. What is accessibility? Apple is a very inclusive company and whichever product that it produces, be it the iPhone to the iPad to even the Mac, have accessibility feature that allows users that have disabilities or challenges, be it visual, mental or physical, to use the device. And all of these accessibility features are very useful and it's very easy to turn on and off. So why not? Let's try it out. Let's get started. So what you are seeing here is that I'm holding an iPhone 6 Plus in my hand. But what I'm going to show you for accessibility will work on almost any other iOS device. Now to start off with, let's go into the Settings app. And in Settings, we're going to scroll and I'm going to enter the General option. Inside General, look for Accessibility. So inside Accessibility, there are lots of cool options that you can add to help you with your iOS device. One of the cool ones is the on-off label. Now, normally, if you turn on or off anything, you can see that it's just a color, okay? A color green and then nothing. But if I turn on and off label, notice that every on and off button actually has a label on or off. So this makes it easy to see whether you actually turn it on or turn it off. Something very useful. Okay. Another thing is button shape. If you notice on the top left corner, my General is a text. You're not aware of whether this is actually a button, a link, or what it is. So if I turn on button shapes, you can see that this is really a button. And this makes it easy and very useful to find out whether it's a button that you can tap or whether it's just simply a text. So button shapes, something very useful. Another thing useful is reduce motion. Notice that no matter what I'm using in iOS, there's always animations. Animate in, zoom out, etc. If you turn it off, you reduce all the animation. This has the advantage of making the device seem a bit snappier because there's no delay incurred from the additional animation. And it also reduces dizzy effect of parallax. So for example, in the background of a wallpaper, it reduces the orientation, the 3D effect of the background. So something useful, reduce motion. Also available inside iOS for accessibility. There are actually a lot more that I can set over here. For example, I can set all the screen to grayscale. Okay, so you can see that everything now is in grayscale, simple tap. I can even invert the color. This is very useful if you want to read something on your iOS device at night, but you do not want to disturb your wife or children at night inside a dark room, and everything's inverted. So that means whatever that should be white now becomes black, and vice versa. Okay, something useful if you want to use it. Okay, but remember, ladies and gentlemen, that the whole purpose of accessibility is that Apple wants to make sure that your iOS device is as inclusive to anybody who has challenges, physical, visual, or mental. They can use the iOS device thanks to the accessibility option. One last thing that I want to share with you is the zoom. So zoom, by default, is off. When you turn it on, it's actually very cool. You can actually turn it on and off with 3-finger tap. So this allows me to actually use the zoom option. So I can actually have a zoom on the screen. It can be a window, like you see over here, or I can turn it to be a full screen zoom, which I can turn on or turn off with 3 fingers. Okay, so I can do this, turn it on, turn it off, or I can use 3 fingers and then tap to scroll to zoom in, zoom out. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Very useful if you want to focus on a certain aspect of the screen. 3 fingers to drag. See? Very useful. So this is the zoom option, also available under accessibility. So I hope that I'm giving you some ideas of what kind of useful tools you can use in your iOS device. One of the final things I want to share is assistive touch. If you turn this on, you will get a floating button that you can position anywhere in the screen, and you can use to have quick access to all of the common panels. You want control center, perhaps you want home button, notification center, etc., etc. The useful part is custom. You can actually add any specific type of gestures that you want to use, maybe a certain swipe, customize it for your use, or for a user that have challenges in using pinch. So these are some of the useful tools for accessibility in iOS. I hope that you find this video is helpful, so please support us on social media, like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and so much more. Give us your comments and suggestions. We hope you like this video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, this is Ken from Switch saying bye.